We all bought a $70 PTR.
Join my army of the dead.
Hello and welcome. Diablo 4 Season of Malignant is here, along with some of our calling the worst patch of any game ever. But I couldn't disagree more. Now, before you go into the comments, let me explain. Diablo 4 came out a little over a month and a half ago, and we've seen players kill the Uber boss, one of the hardest fights in the game, within seconds. Also, we've seen players do the highest tier nightmare dungeon, tier 100, with relative ease. Now, for a game that's live, how from any logical standpoint can this game continue to grow if we hit the ceiling well within months of its release? Even Diablo 3 didn't get insane power till Reapers of Souls, and this was 2 years later, not 2 weeks. We see builds well into the hundreds of millions of damage already, and as soon as I seen this, I thought everything was already overtuned. Even you guys thought the game was easy. Ant-Man's video detailing this got over 1 million views in 24 hours. I feel a lot of these issues went away with a nerf update. This game is more challenging now. I've actually been looking at my gear affixes before the end game, because I need to in order to survive. I found myself dodging incoming attacks, not just cheesy ground effects. This was a complaint I had as well as many others. It's better since the patch. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think everything in the patch was great. The nerfs to the Source and Barb weren't great, and they're working to fix this in a future hotfix. But a patch like this, with all these nerfs, tells you one thing: we all bought a $70 PTR. If you look at Blizzard's PTR history, specifically Diablo games, much of the game is overtuned, including XP, gear dropping, damage and defensive numbers. This was the case with the release of Diablo 4. We had Barbs one-shotting everything and a druid build that was nearly unkillable. Who wants to play that after a season or two? I know I wouldn't. I would get extremely bored. If you want to be fully geared at the end game in a day with a build that can't die, I suggest playing Diablo 3. Also, this is why Diablo 3 died and why they came up with seasons in the first place. During the campfire chat, they said, "We will never do this again." Well, that's because they don't have to. The PTR is now over, and this never would be needed to be done again. There is a reason why the game feels better now than on day one. And if you don't think so, you're just lying to yourself or going off the opinions of others. Go out, try the patch for yourself. The game is more fun. The game is more challenging. Now, whether you agree with me or not, one thing is definitely clear: we were all sold a PTR. Blizzard and the Diablo devs won't admit it, but just take a step back and look. It's obvious. But like most PTRs, it makes the game feel better, and I feel like it did. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and think about subscribing so you're not missing out on the latest Diablo content, and I'll see you on the next video.